Dear students, in this video today I am going to explain chapter 2, second part, scalar and vector quantities. At first we learn about scalar quantities. This already I explained in my previous video. Again I am going to explain. So what is a scalar quantity? A scalar quantity is a physical quantity that is fully described by its magnitude. Magnitude means numerical value it is. For example, distance, speed, mass, length, all these are scalar quantities because all these express in numerical values only. Then here a physical quantity that is fully described. What is a physical quantity? We know a physical quantity is a quantity that can be measured. So all the quantities that can be measured are called physical quantities. So scalar quantity means also a physical quantity that is fully described by its magnitude. Now, what is a vector quantity? So vector quantity is also a physical quantity. It is described by both magnitude and direction. Now what is the difference between scalar and vector quantities? You can see. So scalar quantity expresses only magnitude, but a vector quantity expresses in both magnitude and direction. Now another part, distance and displacement. So here distance, what is distance first? So it is the total length of the actual path covered by a moving object irrespective of its direction. That means distance not depends on the direction. It depends only its magnitude. So distance we can say it is a scalar quantity. So distance is a scalar quantity. Now displacement. What is displacement? It is the shortest distance traveled or covered by an object from its initial position to its final position in a particular direction. So displacement depends on the direction. So we can say displacement is a vector quantity because it is expressed by both its magnitude and direction. Now one example is given in your textbook. So Shreya has to reach her school at point D from her home at the point A. She takes different roads to reach the school. She covered the distance. So you can see in the diagram. So from the point A, she travels to B. Again from the point B, he travels to C, and finally he reaches the point D, that is at the school. So from the point A she started. So the distance traveled by Shreya we can calculate by adding AB plus BC plus CD. So now when we add that one, we get 4 kilometer plus 2 kilometer plus 3 kilometer. So we get 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 3 9 kilometer. That is the distance traveled by the Shreya. Now displacement. So displacement we know it is the shortest distance from the point A to the point D. So we can see the distance, the displacement. Now another example is given, Rahul. So another third diagram you can see. So Rahul travels from the point A to the point B, again from the point B to C, from the point C to D, and finally he reaches the point A again. Now when we calculate the distance traveled by Rahul, we have to add AB plus BC plus CD plus DA. So we get AB is given 4 meter, BC is given 3 meter, CD is given 4 meter, and AD is given 3 meter. And when we calculate, we get 4 plus 3 plus 4, again 3, that is 14 meter we'll get. That is the distance traveled by Rahul. But when we calculate the displacement, so displacement we know it is the shorter distance from the point A to the final point, that is from the initial point to the final point. Here the initial point is A, and also the final point also he reached the same point that is A. That is the displacement we get 0 will get, because he reached the same point again. Now suppose instead of completing the distance, if he travel only up to C from through the point B, so that is AC, then how we calculate the distance and displacement? Here the distance we get 4 plus 3, that is AB plus BC, that is we get 4 plus 3, 7 meter will get. But the displacement AC we have to calculate by using the formula, that is Pythagoras formula, that is we get AC equal to square root of AB square plus BC square. So AB is given 4, so we get 4 square. 4 square will get 16. BC is given 3, so 3 square, 16 plus 9. So we get square root of 25. Square root of 25 we get 5 meter. And that 5 meter is the displacement. If Rahul travel from A to the point C through the point B, so we get the displacement, we get AC we get. Now the third part, the velocity and speed. We already know speed is the distance traveled by a body in unit time, and also velocity is defined as the displacement of an object in unit time. That is, speed will get distance upon time. Speed is distance upon time is the formula for speed, but the formula for velocity is displacement upon time. That is, we can say speed is depends on the distance and the velocity is depends on displacement. Now some differences given in your textbook between speed and velocity. Now first difference, when you take speed depends on distance, that one I already told. Speed formula we know, speed is equal to distance upon time. That is, speed depends on time and also speed depends on distance. Mainly it depends on distance, but velocity depends on displacement. Now second difference you can see, speed is a scalar quantity because speed is only magnitude. Velocity is a vector quantity because velocity has both magnitude and direction. That is the second difference. Now third difference, speed changes when an object slows down or moves faster. Now velocity changes when an object slows down or moves faster, and also when it changes direction. So if the object changes direction, then also velocity changes. That is the third difference. Fourth difference, speed cannot be negative. Speed we get always positive only we get, but velocity can be negative. So velocity we can get positive and also negative. Sometimes velocity can be zero also. So today I give your homework through the school app, and also the remaining portion I will explain to the next video.